Man, I hope they can get it together. I hope they can get it together. Um, they in the 11th hour now.
Hey, yo, you check the mic, 1, 2, we clear, ready to transmit. Pro fan hoops on the court, we got the game lit. Not talking highlight reels just for the common glance. We talking dedicated skills, taking every chance. From logo threes to rebounds, Chicago got the me-bounds. Asia got 3 chips, Las Vegas aces in the town. You tune into the channel if you want to get the facts. Women's basketball is fire, no need to relax.
Whoever has been advising the WNBA in some of these public posts and the media that they put out and some of these comments, they need to be fired. The slaps in the face and the rats in front of the Nike store and all of that type of stuff, they need to be fired because it's like, don't y'all understand that this is the way the negotiations go? This is the way it's always gone. This is the way businesses run. This is how the sausage is made. And it came out and it looked very petty. It looked very juvenile. It looked very high schoolish, in my opinion, with some of these comments that the WNBA was releasing about what was going on behind the scenes. And it did not put the WNBA PA in a good light at all. It made them look like they didn't know what the hell they were doing. They finally got at the big boy table, and they didn't know how to act. That's what it looked like. Now, I'm sure they had some people that knew what was going on and some good people, but yeah, that marketing and some of the comments they were putting out, you don't put no rat in front of the Nike store. Come on now. From and when people did that, the people in the conditions that they were in when that happened and what was going on, this is not it. This is not it. And it just ugh, I they in the 11th hour. And I remember all that time ago on Angel Reese's podcast, I believe it was Dejanay Carrington, and she told Angel, "Yeah, you need to come to the meetings." And Angel was like, "Yeah, I need to start coming to the meetings." Well, it seems like a hell of a lot of people wasn't showing up to the meetings, and they trying to catch up with everything on Zoom calls. And it's like you got to be in it from day one, and you got to understand, and you got to have people that can explain it to you at the fifth grade level, so you can understand what's about to happen. No, you're not going to get everything you want on the first crack. This is the first time I saw the report too that apparently the NBA, the WNBA, made enough money, made enough profit this year to trigger an incentive that was in the previous CBA. They made enough money to trigger an incentive. But when's the last time that happened? When has that happened at all? The WNBA has not been profitable since its existence. So if this is true, this is the first year. 1 out of 30. This is the first year it's been profitable. So what you got to do is, it's not this CBA that's going to get everybody over the top and truly get the women where they need to be, where they should be. The next one will do that, because what you have to do now is show that for the next 3 to 4 years that the visibility is going to stay. The arenas are going to stay packed. The ticket sales are going to stay up. The merch is going to stay up. There's got to be somebody else besides Caitlin Clark that's going to draw attention. And I keep trying to tell people it has no bearing on how good you are. Do I think Caitlin Clark is the best player in the WNBA? And I'm saying that as a fan. No, she is not. But she has the most appeal, period. I still say A'ja Wilson is the best player in the WNBA. Full stop. Some people can argue Fee when she's healthy. Some people might say Stewie. So whoever it is. But the person with the biggest mass appeal in the WNBA is Caitlin Clark by a long shot. It's not Asia. It's not Angel. It's Caitlin Clark. And I've said this many times before. Sabrina Ionescu, Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson, Angel Reese, um, um, who else? Kelsey Plum. You name any other player. They are not bringing the attention to the arenas like Caitlin Clark is. Ain't none of them players causing the home team to play in the bigger NBA arenas or bigger NBA venues in their cities. No other team is doing that. No other player is causing that. And in my opinion, the mistake is, oh, it's always been like that. We've always played hard. We finally getting the just desserts. We finally getting what we deserve. And it's like, you got to look at it logically. This didn't happen until a certain person came in the league 2 years ago. Let's be real. The numbers bear it. But every time you say that, everybody get butt hurt and everybody getting their feelings. And this has been the whole problem with the WNBA or the WNBPA this whole time. They were making it personal. Some of their comments and some of their press releases sounded personal. You never mix business with personal. That's bad business. Friends are friends. Business is business. Don't confuse the two. And the rats and the slaps in the face and all of them comments, it made the WNBPA look juvenile. It made the players look juvenile. Wearing the t-shirts and all that kind of stuff, that's great. But when you sit at the table and you talk to the guys that's really going to make the decisions, did everybody have them t-shirts on? That's when you get the stuff done. And they were trying to get everything in the first bite, and you can't do that. You got to prove that you can sustain this new popularity, new visibility for the next 3 or 4 years. That is a reasonable request. Not just because we got a spike in attendance, we got a spike in everything. Now I need all the money. You got to give me everything. It doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. So now we are at the 11th hour. And all of them players that wasn't coming to the meetings, now they're trying to figure it out. And they willingly mentioned the word strike. They did that. If you wasn't going to strike, you didn't have to say anything. You could have still come to that conclusion and kept it under wraps, because when you mention the word strike, that means you're ready to move. To me, that's like pulling the gun. Don't pull a gun if you ain't going to use it. And that's what they did. Don't we give them permission to strike, but we're not going to do it right now. Are you kidding me? Keep that to yourself. If you're ready to make that move and you're ready to go in that direction, then you go when you're going to go. You jump when you're going to jump. Don't threaten it, because the threat hurts you, not the owners. This is a side project for the owners. They make their money in the NBA in other ventures. The WNBA is not their sole source of income. It might be yours as the players. And who's going to take care? I've said it before. Everybody don't make Met Gala money. Everybody don't make State Farm money. So who's going to take care of them other players that aren't playing in Unrivaled, that aren't going to Fibonacci or whatever that team is that Brianna Stewart is playing for? Brianna Stewart just put a slap in the face of everybody that's still in the state. She was like, F that, I'm going to play over here and make this money, because I don't know what's going to happen. And then Azare Stevens said what she said the other day, and it was like, what are y'all doing? Basically, they said, well, we got other avenues of income, so we good. And it's like, do you even think about all the other women that don't? What happens to them? Are they going to have to go out and get regular jobs? And what happens to them? They want to play and they want a piece of this pie too. But basically, if y'all don't make money like that, screw it. screw you. That's the vibe that you get from the outside looking in. So they are at the 11th hour now, and I don't know what they're going to do because they got till March 10th. That's not a lot of time. They got, what, 13 days? No, they got 11 days. It's the 27th. So they got 11 and a half days to come up with something, which means whatever they come up with is going to be rushed. And then when they do come up with it, it's still not going to, you're not going to, once you agree upon a deal, there's still little tidbits and notes and things that you have to do. But when you come to a CBA deal, you usually you come to it with the agreement that, hey, we got some little things that we still got to work on, but here's the big things that we can come to agreement with, and that's enough to shake hands on the deal and maybe sign on a contract. But there's still little things that need to be worked on with no time to work on it. Hello, Portland. Hello, Toronto. What happens to the new teams? Did they draft your play? Oh, what happens to all the other teams? Everybody's free agents. What are you going to do with that? We still having a draft? What? You didn't leave yourself a lot of time. And this is the stuff that you got to deal with because wasn't nobody coming to the meetings and wasn't nobody thinking logically. And you made it personal instead of business. And here we are. So I hope the Players Association and the WNBA can get it right so we can have a season, because if they don't, they are going to lose all the momentum that they just got. We'll see.